For this program, we have selected works that come out of 3 different countries. We're going to start with a piece that is taken from Cuba, at least the theme, and then we're going to go to Argentina, and then we're going to go to Russia. The first stop is going to be in Cuba, and what we have selected is a work by Gershwin called the Cuban Overture. This overture was originally going to be a rumba. A rumba is a dance, and he was inspired by this very energetic dance to write this overture. The Cuban Overture fits more or less in a period that a lot of American composers were trying to get a nationalistic sound, a nationalistic way of composing, like Copland and later on Bernstein. You can see Gershwin had that idea of bringing some of the nationalistic things that were going on in the United States. Our next stop is going to be Argentina. We're going to go to Buenos Aires, and we selected a work by an Argentinian composer named Alberto Ginastera. The concerto was written originally for a harpist, that his name was Zavaleta, Nicolai Zavaleta. Ginastera asked Zavaleta to play with his hands in the top of the instrument to resemble a drum. So that makes it more percussive and also makes it more fun. And this piece is very well known for the last movement, which is some kind of a dance called malambo. The malambo is a typical dance, and it comes from the gauchos. The gauchos are like the cowboys in Argentina. And they have this dance that is in a form that you can hear it. When you hear it, the dance goes taka 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 ta 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 taka 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 ta 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 taka 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 ta. And that's what he normally used for his final works in that period. Even in the piano concerto, for example, that is famous malambo movement, rock and roll or some kind of a band played it for Ginastera one day. They adapted it because they liked the rhythm so much that Ginastera said, that's the way I want to hear my music being performed. Now we are going to perform a piece written by a composer named Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. He was a master of orchestration. He was really very talented and knew how to manage an orchestra a way that, let's say, a pianist would work with an instrument, just playing the piano and making colors and making combination of sounds. Rimsky-Korsakov developed actually a style of writing for an orchestra that a lot of students would come and try to learn from him, like Ravel and like Respighi. They went to study with him in St. Petersburg just to know how to write for an orchestra. And this selection that we chose to perform is called Scheherazade, and is taken from the tales of the 1001 Nights that come from Baghdad, about the idea of this lady that in order to keep herself alive was telling stories, but would never tell the end of the story. So she would be able to survive one more night, and she did for 1001 Nights, telling stories to the Sultan that was not eager to kill her because he wanted to hear the ending of the stories. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this concert in 80 musical minutes.